Hey everyone, it's Nine Morrison from Wedlock's Education, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about Flodesk, but we're going to run through the forms, your subscribers and segments, and workflows as well. So we're going to start over here with forms. So forms are how you are going to get people's email addresses, and you can do a lot of different things with forms. So over here we've got this one's in our footer, and it says Become a Wedlock's Education Junkie. And then over here, we've got this so that you can access our freebie library. And then this one is a pop-up. So you've got a lot of different options when it comes to forms. So I'll show you, if we go into create form, you can go pop up with an image. You can go pop up without an image, ribbon banner, inline with image, inline with image with Flodesk and Rising Tide. There's a bunch of different options. This one's a full page with an image, so whatever's going to work for you, and you can decide which one is going to work best and where you need to put them. And it's not unusual to have multiple different forms on your website, so that's not unusual. You can totally do that. We have all three of these on one website, which, you need multiple different ways to grab subscribers. So there is that. Now, usually when you have a form and you want people to opt in, the best thing to do is actually offer something for free and send them something. And that is something that you can do with your forms and have that send them something as well. And I'll show you how that's done a little bit later. Then we have our audience. So if we go over to subscribers, these are all of our subscribers here. And then if we go over to segments, this is how they're segmented. So we've got freebie library in a segment, and then we've got our starting segment, and then all of our subscribers. So these are the people who subscribed to our freebie library, and then this is our starting segment. Now this will come into play a little bit later, but you can also do things where, depending on which form they signed up under, you can have them in different segments, so that way you can send them different types of things depending on what they signed up for. And you can look, Amy Porterfield has some really, really great resources when it comes to that, if that's confusing for you. So definitely go check out Amy Porterfield, because she's all about the email list. All right, so now let's go over to workflows. So what a workflow is it's basically automated, right? So I'm going to go over here to, let's start at the very beginning. This is my workflow. Okay, so here's a workflow. So when somebody first subscribes, this is the first email that they will receive, is this email right here. And I will show you, I will show you a preview of that. All right, so this is the first email that they're going to receive, which says, welcome to the Junkies. I don't know if you know this, but you just became part of one of the coolest email lists out there. Below, you'll find all the good stuff. So this has access to our resource library, access to our freebie library, and access to our shop as well. And then there's all these different links. And so there's that. So that's the first email that they're getting, okay? I'm going to go back. Oops, I think I clicked the wrong one. Okay, so this welcome to the Junkies email is the first one they're getting, right? Then they're going to wait, it's going to wait 7 days, and then after 7 days, it's going to introduce them to me, like, hi, my name's Nine Morrison, this is me, this is all about me, blah, blah, blah. Then wait 7 days, and then it's going to send them another email that says what to expect from Wedlock's Education. Wait 7 days, then it's going to send them another email, right? And you can keep going and going and going, and you can do as many email chains as you want, but it's going to automatically do that. And the nice thing is it just happens automatically. You don't have to do anything to make that happen, which is pretty awesome. And that's basically what an entire email list is for, right? And you can keep promoting things as well. So that's going to be the email chain that they're going to get, their workflow. So that's this workflow, okay? Now you can create multiple different workflows and then have different segments assigned to that workflow, if that makes sense. So let's say you had a wine company, right? Like a wine shop. Let's say you had a wine shop and you had people who, and this wine shop had a subscription list for different wines, right? Like you sent them a new bottle of wine every single month, right? And you had people sign up as red wine drinkers and white wine drinkers, right? So you have them on segments for, so if we go over here to segments, you'd have white wine drinkers as a segment and then red wine drinkers as a segment, right? And then your workflow for them might be completely different, right? Because you're going to, for the red wine drinkers, maybe you're going to be like, hey, let's talk about Malbecs and why Malbecs are so awesome. And then for the white wine drinkers, you might be like, hey, let's talk about Chardonnays and why Chardonnays are great, right? And then maybe you also have one who are like, yeah, I love all wine. I don't discriminate between red and white, right? And then you would have those people under a different segment and under a different workflow. So that's why you would have different segments, and that's why you would have different workflows for different types of potential clients. Okay, so the other nice thing is once you get into workflows, you can look at your analytics when you go over to a workflow. So you can go right here. So we have a total of 50 subscribers in this workflow. 10 of them are already in the workflow. 40 of them have completed the workflow and have gone through all of those emails. So when you go over here, you can look at the analytics, right? So we go back over here to each email. So this has 4 recipients because we just did this. Open rate 0, click rate 0. Not too great, but we just started this one the other day. So let's go over here. Okay, cool. So this one's got 42 people have received this email. 42.9% have opened it, and then 7.1% have clicked, which is actually really high because a good click rate I think is 2.5%. So 7.1% is actually really great, and I'm happy with that. So the nice thing is you can go over here and you can see all these people who received the email, right? You can also go over here how many people have opened that email and then how many people have actually clicked on that email, and you can go right there and see who clicked on it. So that is a pretty brief overview on how everything works with Flodesk in regards to your subscribers, your segments, your forms, and your workflows. I've shown you guys how to design an email here on Flodesk. So if you want to refer over to that, I will put that in the link over here as well. But if you guys have any more questions about Flodesk, just let me know.